Okay, so I'll try and keep it as basic as I can because I know everybody kind of does things differently. But I use an app called Sketchbook. I tried a couple of different ones. I tried Procreate, and you can see I kind of just, that's where how far I got. I tried another one called PDF Element, which had good reviews, and that one may work for you. It just depends. But I ended up really getting used to Sketchbook, which is this one here. So this is one I did today. Kind of an overview. The thing I like about it is that, you've got these layers. So I was able to, create layers, which makes it really easy for me to, do my notes and the drawing itself. And I always do an overlay. I kind of get snap a screenshot of a satellite image just to draw right on top of it, and it makes it super quick. So I'll start from scratch just to show you what I do. So I have a, let me get out of that. I have a folder where I keep my blank roof sheet, blank interior, blank exterior, and I start from there. So I always start with blank, and I'll punch in my, I'll go into Maestro and I'll get the info, and you can do it from the iPad. I have Maestro installed, but I find it easier to just have my phone pulled up, and I will type in the, info from there directly. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, Law Street, Florida, 88888. So that makes it really easy because it's just one text box I can slide right into there. That way it looks nice. It's quicker than even handwriting it. And then I'll do the same thing for like the date. If it's a ladder assist, I'll put that at the top. I'll put the date and time. 12 p.m. Oops. I'll just kind of put it up there, and it looks nice. So what it'll do is right here, it'll create these layers every time you do a new text box. And then I'll create the new layer, and that layer is where I will put, first thing I do, and this is all the night before. So this section I'm showing you is what I do the night before. So let's just get a house. I usually use Google Maps. I like to be able to see different angles, the 3D model. So I can kind of see, oh yeah, there's an extension here, or there's a second story or whatever. But I go straight up, and I see that north is facing the right side, and then I grab a screenshot.
Dad, can I buy cold water?
Yeah, bud.
Water break.
Go ahead and I'll pay for it later. Just go ahead and grab one.
Okay.
You know where they're at? Okay. That was my son. He's in fencing class, sorry. So I'm doing this while he's doing that. All right, so I grab the screenshot, saved photos, go over to Procreate again, or not Procreate, a Sketchbook. I click up here to add the above view, and I always keep the front at the bottom just like you're taught. You go into the cut and paste section, and you can just kind of cut out the extra stuff here. And the cut and copy, every layer has its own copy and paste menu. So I hit clear. Oops. And you can the nice thing is you can adjust your boxes here. But so I clear out all the unnecessary stuff, and that leaves a really nice overlay for me. And I can change the opacity. I make it kind of see-through so that you can see the grid lines underneath. And then, then I add that new layer for drawing the house itself. And this is where it's nice. You're not getting a ruler out and doing this for hours, when it feels like you just want to go to bed. Let's see. So I use that brush, and I keep it right about there. Got black selected. I get the box, and I just go to town. So I start outlining the house, outlining the main areas here. And I go in with the eraser tool, and you can zoom in and just erase the stuff you don't need here. But it makes these really nice clean lines. And I'm sure the more I do this, the more I'll pick up more little tricks and stuff. But right now, this is kind of where I'm at. I hand erase things. Really, the guy showed me Sketchbook, and I liked Sketchbook. But I did try a couple others. But I came back to Sketchbook. So let's see. I start drawing out the hips and ridges. I mean, you're literally just following the nice thing about it is when you follow the satellite image, it's already to scale, so you're not having to figure out any scales or anything like that. You're just drawing it right on top of what you see here. And it doesn't work out for every house. Sometimes you find a house where it's mostly obscured by trees, and you'll come across things like that. For the valleys, I always come in. I haven't found a dotted line tool yet. I'm sure there's one in here, but I just come in and kind of make the valley dotted line just for, some contrast. So that's that. And then see the nice thing, like I said, it's a layer, so you can always, if you mess up, you can start over. I've even had times where, because I like to show the adjuster kind of, hey, that's, if you have some shading on one facet, it kind of looks nice. When you have it dark like that, it's gonna it's really gonna obscure your notes and your diagrams of where the accessories are. So I don't like to have it blank. I like to have just a little bit of color. I just think it helps to picture the roof for the adjuster. And haven't gotten any real negative feedback on it yet. So, but I come in here and I'll, I know the night before that, okay, he has an aerial view. So I like to make my handwritten notes in blue. So I come in here and I do some of the preliminary notes on this layer here. I circle, yes, he's got an aerial view. Okay, north was to the right, so I write an N on my little compass, and I've kind of adjusted this PDF. I think I did a screenshot of this PDF and imported it into Sketchbook. I think that's how I ended up getting it in. I might have used PDF Element or something, but anyway, so that's what I do the night before. So that's that. I save it. I say export to files, and I have a in progress folder, and I know, okay, that's going to be 11:30, and I noticed it doesn't let me save with a slash. It's a file name system problem. I don't know, but I got a dash in there. So 11:30 and 12 p.m., right? And I save it, done, saved. And that's ready for me for tomorrow. And I can actually, because this is in my iCloud folder, the nice thing is I can pull this up on my phone and I can actually make notes on this version of the sketch in my phone, and I don't have to carry a clipboard up with me. So that's why I end up using it. I can sit there and kind of do a real rough sketch with my finger, because I use the Apple Pencil here on the iPad the night before, but when I'm up on the roof and I'm just making quick notes about, okay, where are these vents at? I'll do a quick, okay, there's some vents here, 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 and here. There's some vents here, here. Okay, I'll go to the circle. There's a pipe boot, pipe boot, pipe boot, right? And then later, you know, that's when I come back into the truck and I'm making my final nice copy, you know, I can go and I can look at my phone, you know, and if, say, this is the rough sketch, I can just delete this layer, you know, and do a really nice version of this. So, you know, so here I've got the layer, I'll add the layer, and I'll start doing my box vents. So I've got box vents, you know, I've got pipe boots, you know, and you can undo those if you don't like the way they look, just redo them. Oh, there's a satellite dish, oops, satellite dish there. Maybe there was an exhaust vent there, you know. So I'll go in, I'll use the little fill tool, and I'll fill in box vents. Oh, that was a exhaust vent there. You know, who knows? Maybe that was a satellite dish. I don't know. So now, if you even want to, you can do a new layer for the notations, you know. So I didn't have, you know, I did a test square for hail. This was a hail claim, so I draw where my test squares were. And I like to have those in different colors, so I do orange, you know. You know, you could even, let's say, you know, you had a bunch of exhaust vents. The nice thing about this is you could go in, select that exhaust vent, copy, and paste it. Oh, I got to put one there. I got to put one there. Every facet gets a exhaust vent. So then I go and do that. I go back to this layer, and I start notating test squares. I like that in blue. I get picky. I really like to have it look really nice. Then you know, this is the next day, obviously. This is in the truck. Okay, I didn't have any hail. You know, I had, oh, yeah, you know what? We get south-faced storms in Florida a lot, so I like to draw out, you know, my wind damage. I like to thicken the pen, make it really, really noticeable. Yeah, I had about, you know, 7 damaged shingles on this slope, right? And I had one over here too. So everything else was good. So I write in, you know, I had on the left slope, I had 8. Oops. 8, 0, 0, 0. The nice thing about this is you can even go back to this layer here where your original sheet was, and let's say you want to highlight that so that the adjuster really sees the count, right? So you can go in here and I'll make it light and I'll just highlight that box. You know, oh, it's really obvious. That's 8. There's 8 on that. You can go, then I even do this sometimes. I'll create a layer behind this, and you can even highlight some of these notes in the keys, you know, put a little box behind it, and, you know, you can really make it your own thing, you know, however you want to do it. But so I'll wrap this up because I'm probably droning on and on here. Oops. See, I like to stay in the layer I'm working in. So, you know, you fill out your info, and I'm just rushing because I don't want to bore you. I usually write a lot nicer than this. Yeah, he had metal, valley metal, 32 feet, right? Layers, 1, 612. He had like 8 box vents. You know, no. 1 satellite dish. He had, I don't know what he had, like 4 pipes. And he had no, or let's say he had gutters. He had some happy gutters. No chimney. Metal. 7-inch metal. 3 can undo if your writing's bad. 3 events. Not to be confused with an event. Less than 0.5, no hail damage. Storm direction was southwest, no. And then let's say he had a leaked interior too, and you knew about that. So, well, the leak wasn't related to the wind damage. Maybe it was just something else going on here. You can come in here, you know, draw a little note, and you can say, anyways, I'm sure you know how to make one of these. I'm just trying to show you some examples here. Maybe he had some deterioration at the valley there, and that was causing a leak in the living room, right? You know, and you can tell them that. So leak was blah 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 blah, and that's it. It looks pretty. Check it over. Hit save. And I like since I'm doing my work in my phone, you know, the photos and all that, I share it and I flatten the image and I share that directly with my phone, you know, and then sends it to my phone. I can upload it onto Maestro. It looks pretty. And then I also, for my records, I save a copy in my completed. I've got, you know, a bunch of folders I keep here. Okay, week ending there. I save it there. I'm not going to really do that because this is not a real one. But that gives you the idea. And that's, you know, like I said, it's really easy. I'll show you some examples of some of the ones that I didn't do so quick. Let's see. Let's see if I got one that looks good here. So I like to go on and I like to, where's the one with a tarp? There's some in here that have tarps. Here's a good example. You know, so this one, you know, had tarps. So I actually created a layer under the house itself. So you can see where that house layer was. And it's under that house layer so you can see, you know, I'll draw out where the tarps were at. You know, I usually box it and then I do fill in with some blue. So it kind of looks, oh yeah, that's obviously a tarp. You know, you can go in and here's another one with a tarp. You know, he had a bunch of tarps on here and some wind damage. You know, there's the tarps that I drew. So yeah, you know, there's all sorts. You really just get a feel for it. You do, you know, when I first did this, the first few looked pretty crappy, and then I got better and better, you know, learning little tricks here and there. And now it takes, you know, drawing it takes less than 5 minutes. Finishing up in the car takes less than 5 minutes. So it's really, you know, if you make a mistake, it's so easy to edit and it just looks cleaner. So anyways, that's what I do. Hope that helps. And, yeah, feel free to reach out. I'm sure other people do different things. And then that's it. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.